Do you ever feel like life is just happening to you? Like you're going just with the flow? Well, in this video, I'm going to share a three-step framework to help you design your life. Hello, friend. You're welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, I'm Ibai Achare, and this channel is all about personal development, self-growth, and high performance. So let's get back into our topic. How do you design your life? Let's talk about that. And before we really dive into the three-step framework, I want us to talk a little bit about going with the flow. Whenever I hear someone saying, I'm just going with the flow, when I ask them, oh, what are you working on? How's life? Some people just say, I'm just going with the flow. And I can understand where they're coming from. But usually what going with the flow means is, I don't know, I'm just going as it is, as it comes. And yeah, but there's a problem with that because you're just letting yourself be open to whatever life gives to you. You're not in control of what life gives to you. You don't even have any power to determine or to choose what you want for yourself. So you saying you're going with the flow is you just telling life to give you what you don't want. And going with the flow, it's something that I believe should be a taboo. I'm not saying you can't be flexible. I'm not saying you can't have time to just relax and let things be. But the overall statement of living your life to just be like you're going with the flow kind of like sounds irresponsible, and it sounds like you're not taking enough responsibility to get what you want out of life. Because I know all of us have an inner child. We have that desire. We have some dreams of some sort. We have ambition. We've had dreams while we were still kids. And even as adults, we still have some things that we wish to have. But because of the challenges in life, because of the challenges in adulthood, we tend to feel like they're impossible. We tend to have different priorities. We tend to become so busy. So we lose track of all of those things and we just get into the flow. And that same flow is not actually what we want. We actually want something bigger than that. So going with the flow is not the best. And the better way for you to approach your life is to really design it. Design it the way you want. Design it in a way that pleases you, right? So that's what we'll go next. And to talk about designing your life, I've developed a framework and I call it the CLA Framework. I don't know when this came to my mind, but I think I was just thinking and boom, the thought of the CLA Framework came. And that C is for clarity, the L is for long-term vision, and the A, well, just wait to the end and I'll talk about that. The first step to design your life is clarity. You need to know what you want out of life. You can't get something that you don't know if you even want it. So the first thing is clarity. You need to be really clear. I don't think most people are clear enough. Most of the high performers, the entrepreneurs, the high achievers, the successful people, those who do well in their careers and in all aspects of their lives or in their relationships, they are really clear on what they want regarding that area of life. So if it's in your job, what do you want out of your job? What do you want out of your work life? If it's in your relationship, what do you want out of your relationship? How would you want your relationships to be? What are the kind of people you want to be in contact with? What are the kind of people you want in your circle? Like going really down and focused on what you actually want. Comes in all areas of your life, your health, your spirituality, like everything. What do you want? How will an ideal life look like? So regardless of these areas of our lives that I've mentioned, the main giant umbrella is your life's purpose. I see purpose as something that if you're not in touch with it, you'll feel empty because life has no meaning. But if you're connected to something that gives meaning to you, like deep meaning, then you're setting yourself up to design your life in a better way. If you live life with a purpose and you live life without a purpose, it doesn't matter the outcome. There's just going to be a difference in how you feel, and that's going to affect how you show up That's going to affect how you relate with each other. So gain clarity. That's the first step in designing your life. And while you need to be clear on how you want each and every area of your life to be, you need to also understand the importance of purpose, because you could have the relationships, you could have the money, you could build a career, you could build whatever thing you want to build. But if none of it gives you meaning, it's more of like you've built them in vain. Yeah, they might have their own benefits, but I'm not only talking about the material benefit, I'm talking about how you're going to feel inside in terms of fulfillment and in terms of meaning. And that's where purpose comes in. So you need to be extremely clear on what you want out of life. That's the first step. The second step to designing your life is to be a long-term thinker, not only thinking about the present. And the reason why most people just go with the flow in life is because they think only about the present. They are focused only about their immediate needs, like the next paycheck. There's nothing bad with that. But when you're not in touch with the future, with your long-term thinking, it's going to affect how you want to design your life. The main thing is designing your life or your ideal life. For you to have that ideal life is going to take time. It's not going to happen immediately. You need to have a plan. You need to plan things out, strategize, and work your way to creating or building your ideal life. Like if I ask you now, how do you want your life to be the next 5 years? How would you want it to be the next 10 years? Our future plays a big role in our present. Because, for example, I want to be healthy. Even when I'm in my old age, I want to be healthy, like very healthy. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be going to the hospital all the time. I don't want to be in a state where I can't walk. So me wanting to have a healthy life in the future, I need to start practicing the right healthy habits now that will help or prevent me from getting sick in the future, right? So they are connected. And if you have your long-term vision in place, it's going to help your actions. If you plan to retire at a certain age and have wanted to take care of yourself after retirement, then you need to be investing right now. You need to put some things in place to help take care of you later on in the future. So you need to be a long-term thinker. How would you want your life to be in the next 5, 10, 20, 30 years? How would you want your family to be? That if you want to start a family, what skills do you think you need that will help you to become the person you want to be in the next few years? What would you need to do right now in order to position yourself for a wonderful career in the future? So being a long-term thinker can help you to design your life better because it's going to affect what you do in your present. Now, the last part of the CLA framework, that A stands for action. But I'm not just going to say you have to take action, you need to act. It's about understanding your locus of control. What can you control and what can't you control? It's more of understanding what's within your control and what's not within your control. For the things that are within your control, act on it. Take massive action. Take instant action, right? Go all in and make sure you do what you need to do. The other side, which are the things you can't control. Tell me, what do you need to do with the things you can't control? You can't do anything. They are just things you can't control. And it doesn't matter how many times we worry about them. It doesn't matter how many times we think about them. We can't affect them. We can't influence them. So when you want to find or design your life, you need to be able to focus more on the things that are within your locus of control, the things you can control. Someone can say they want to get married at a certain age. Is that within your control? Maybe not. Maybe it is. But you need to understand your locus of control. And I'm not saying you shouldn't go for what you want. If you want to do something at a particular time or a particular age, there's nothing wrong with that. But if in case it doesn't happen at that time, was it within your control or was it out of your control? So when you understand what's within your control, you have their freedom and their intention to take action. And when it's not within your control, don't sweat about it. Some things will happen at the appointed time. Some things will happen when they need to happen. Some things will happen maybe when you're ready. You might not be ready yet, but you don't know. You want it to happen, but you don't know. You want to have a lot of money, but there are chances that if you have that money now, you'll misuse it, right? And that means you need to focus on what you can control, like reading books, learning how to invest. Prepare yourself for what you want. So in case where what you want doesn't come to light, the only thing you can do right now is to prepare yourself for that. So that's the CLA framework. Clarity, long-term thinking, and taking action focused on your locus of control. That's it, my friend. And I'll see you next time.